I am at Hohenwerfen Castle in Austria, about 25 miles south of the city of Salzburg, and this castle you may better know as Der Eisendrache. The castle was built in the year 1075 at the request of Archbishop Gebhard of Salzburg. It is one of 3 castles that runs along the eastern Alps of Austria on the Salzach River, and it was originally built as a fortification against King Henry IV of Germany. It also saw its time as a retreat and a hunting lounge, and was also used as a prison at one point during its more sinister part of its history. Treyarch, when they were writing the map and creating the story for this map, ignored virtually all of the history behind it and pretty much wrote their own history for this map. For example, they decided that the castle would actually be built by the Wolf King, and in addition to that, he would live here and eventually die, and his body would be scattered about the castle by one of his servants we know now as Arthur, or the big guy. Sure, this castle has nothing to do with its in-game counterpart, but when you walk around here, it just feels like Der Eisendrache. It's so similar. I mean, the most noticeable difference is when you're coming up, you take a tram into the castle just like you do in-game. You have to climb up the mountain, and then once you're at the top, you can look down at the small village of Werfen just like you can in-game. And in the winter, I'm sure it would look so much like it when it's very picturesque and covered in snow. Or here in the summer, so it doesn't have the same aesthetic, but you could imagine. Then you can look around you and see all of the Austrian Alps, and you get that sense that you're here in DE. As you enter the castle and look around, you'll notice, for example, the bell tower right behind me. This bell tower looks almost exactly like its in-game counterpart. I feel as though I could run up there into the gift shop, climb the steps, and then turn the knob down to 115, just like we could in-game. Then as you continue to walk around it, you'll notice that this room over here looks strikingly similar to the first dragon room from when we're filling up all the dragon souls. You can imagine the dragon on the wall right there. You can imagine Double Tap would be just down that alley right there. Treyarch really did a good job of recreating some of the details and feels of this castle. Sure, some areas don't exist. For example, there should be over here an area where we can go up, and that's where we would watch the rockets blow up. Behind me should be where the church is, and there is no church in it, but it's still really cool. Treyarch did an excellent job at making this place feel like its in-game counterpart, and that to me is one of my favorite parts of Zombies. Sometimes we often talk about the storyline being very similar to our own history, or them taking history and twisting it. Here, Treyarch's doing something similar. They're just taking the location they like and bringing it to life and giving it their own zombie flair.